Okay, ladies and gents, what up? It's favorite Asian robot right here. Today I gotta farm gold, so it is not a good day for me. But it's alright. Okay. Also, today is randomly cold, so expect coughing. Hey, Jonathan. What up? I started early because I really gotta get gold. I want to start working on Kyle, but gold first. I'm okay. The weather suddenly caught me off guard, but I'm alright. Genuinely. Had a good dinner, too. I'm gonna start a bit early and end a bit early so I can shoot my YouTube short and finish that off later. Because I owe you guys a YouTube short on Contagion, so I'm gonna make sure that happens. But for today, oh man, the weather hit me hard. I hate it when it gets cold. Clear post. Clean and clear. I just had a wrap, but filled with like lots of delicious goodies. That's all. Basically a homemade wrap, but everything in there is delicious and home cooked. So yeah, not one of those store-bought wraps, like homemade stuff. So it was real nice.
Oh, the special human child.
Aha. Okay, Kingsguard Lance is out of the oven. Hey, Sam. But I pray that you'll be alright, Jonathan. Especially, you know, because I remember you had a health checkup the other day. I hope everything will be fine. May the blessings be upon you, brother. Alright. Let's do this. Private, borderline of truth. I'm gonna go pick up some brains real quick. Then I'm gonna hit some invasions. Don't forget to like the stream, guys. And after that, we'll go do some solid gold farming. Gonna need quite a few milli. Kyle. YouTube chat, why are you like that? No problem. You know my build's always the best, Damien. Glad you enjoyed. Good job, Jonathan. Well done. Now to harvest some brains. But yes, welcome. I ended up starting earlier than planned, but it's all good. Need brains anyway. Today is all about gold farming, so that's all I'm gonna do. But first I'm gonna gather some necessary resources so I don't have to worry about it over the next few days. That's my plan. Of course, Jaden. All my builds are already posted. Make sure to look through every video in the playlist, my friend. You'll have to memorize them all. Alright, your homework is to find out which bunny build this is. I've got several. So you might be able to find out if you're diligent. But eventually, once you know all my builds, you start recognizing which one I'm using. Go for it. Yo. Nah, I'm gonna run through the invasions after this. Gonna just speed run them nice and solo. Then go farm gold. I'm just here for brains first, because brains tend to be useful. Yeah, you can if you want to. There's no right or wrong answer to that. Could be.
New subscriber detected.
I don't think so. But it could be. That being said, this is the updated version, like the high voltage farming build. So I've got a lot of cost reduction in here. So you should be able to do the same things that I do. With the correct inversion reinforcement, you can even make it last longer. I just don't normally use that because it's too much of a pain. Yeah, fair enough. That could also be a factor. No, I'm not. I'm using my own version. Well, I don't know what Infinite Sprint is, but this is literally my build. The high voltage farming build that I came up with. It does have some cost reduction in there, which really helps, but most of it you just get from MP Collector. As long as you're killing stuff. I'm also not continuously activating my skills, so don't forget that. I do activate it, but only when there's stuff to kill. Because otherwise you're just pointlessly running around for no reason, wasting MP. So turning your sprint on and off, especially on small areas like this, is a valuable enough technique. Good, Slim. I hope you enjoy it. By the way, sorry about the sudden coughing again, guys. The weather suddenly turned cold randomly today. That's why you're seeing me in this gear. So I started suffering again. I was having such a good time too, but oh well. That's life for you. It's you out of the blue unexpectedly. Going good, EXO. Can't really complain. Still need a bit more. This is why you gotta observe techniques, man. Builds can compensate for your skills, but realistically, skills compensate for builds. This is why you gotta not only pay attention to what my character is doing, but what I'm doing. Next time I play Bunny right, take a look at how often I'm flicking my skill on and off. Because there's no need to drain your MP for no reason. So y'all pay attention, you'll see it. It's not that bad. If you know what you're doing, they're pretty fast to farm. Yep. Hey, D-Russ. Yeah, it's all good. I can completely understand that, Jonathan. It's just that unfortunately, no matter what, right? Some things you have to pick up by watching. Because ultimately, right, what you see a person doing doesn't always show the whole picture. If you pay attention to inputs and also what's being activated, what's not being activated. Like maybe this is a bit from my past experience, but that's how like certain pros, like you would see them pull off all this amazing stuff. But where you could see the button inputs and stuff like that, you'll tend to see like, oh, so this is when this guy's using this, or this is when they're using that, you know, that kind of thing. Not really, this is the fastest. Technically I prefer the White Knight Gulch, but I've just got no time. So speed-wise, this is the fastest. There's no mission that's better. Because you can clear this every 1 minute. So it's hard to beat the speed. Like, genuinely speaking, it's hard to beat the speed. Hey, Fisher, what up? Hey, Kevin. Need some energy activators? Well then, go bossing. Go gather the Amorphous that drops energy activators and start killing some bosses, man. That's what we all do. Hey, Foxy, how's it going? Monday struggle, huh? That's okay, my friend. That's okay. We all struggle on Mondays, friendo. So don't let it get to you. If Monday's making you struggle, then you must make Monday struggle. In shipment base. You talk about this one, Fortress Outskirts? Yeah, I'm the one that invented that. That's the one that I normally do when I have time, but if I'm short on time, this is faster. You don't need two people to maximize, you just need a robot build. You can completely solo that. But there's absolutely no reason to do that. It's much slower than here. Here, you can get tons nearly instantaneously. The one at shipment base, here, I was the one that told everyone about this in the first place. This is literally my farm. but I only do it when I've got time because it's slower. The rate of brains that you get is way slower than the ones you get here. This is way faster. I'm okay. The weather suddenly turned cold, so I'm coughing again, but it's a temporary thing, so I'll be fine, Foxy. Not too big of a deal. The more you watch the stream, the more you'll realize that pretty much the stuff that people know all comes from this one place. You know, we've seen it over the past few days, all them haters crawling out of the woodwork, trying to say this and that, but they all still keep coming back here. No, there is none to the left. The one in Shipment Base that is fastest is Fortress Outskirts. There's none here that is even faster. I guess you could say Fortress Control Facility, but as far as I know, Fortress Outskirts is the best. But hey, if you've got a location that you like, to be honest, just do whatever. But out of all of them, Fortress Outskirts is the best and fastest for that location, and Borderline of Truth is the fastest overall. Hey, Chris.
Ask me anything about modules.
Arthur Morgan, listen. First and foremost, you got your first crystallization catalyst, don't be using it. The only thing you need to follow with your crystallization catalyst is to obey everything in the Executioner hard mode guide. Alright? I want you to follow everything in the hard mode Executioner guide to the letter. Because now you're just starting hard mode, right? Do not waste a single resource outside of what I teach you in this video. Well, unless you like wasting resources, then by all means I cannot stop you. But if you want the best experience, then what you need to do is be able to beat hard mode Executioner. Follow everything in that guide to the letter. The rest you've got freedom to do. But that's where you start. So tempted. You're welcome. How you doing, Track? The 400 missions are fine, but the gold rate is quite slow, actually. There are faster ways to get gold. That's what I'll be doing here. I tested the gold rate in the 400% already. It is ineffective if you really, really want gold. But I'm gathering a few other, excuse me, bits and bobs first. Later, I'll go do some serious gold farming. Like I said, there are faster ways. Hello, Maloud. I haven't started yet. I'll start my gold farm soon. Just cleaning up my inventory first. I like to have a little extra space. Well, probably you do, Foxy, if you're gonna do that. You should know by now, as an avid follower of the robot. You ever seen me bother farming for modules? Never. Don't waste your time. Yeah, sure. If you feel that that's good for you, Exoflix, then go for it. There could always be filters like that, but I don't think they'll make something like that. Well, Brad Music, if you turn on your notifications, you might find out the answer to that, my friend. I would suggest checking my recent videos. More importantly, turn on your notifications. Hit that bell button. change it from personalized to all, and then you won't miss it. Okay. Do I need anything else first before I go off and do stuff? Okay. I'm good on mixed. Yeah, they're alright. Alright, 2 invasions. Let's clear them shortly. Yeah, full drop rate increase. Easy peasy. Handgun. Good enough. Let's go. Oops. Almost went into 400 by... You know, like, just in my brain, I'm just like, 400 time. But it's not time for 400. No, not right now. Don't forget to like and share the stream, guys, if you want to. All right. Foxy. You should know. You should know the robot way.
And a container with unidentified RK stored in this location.
And no major ones right now.
The enemy aims to artificially combine these two forces to cause an inversion overload explosion. They have also blocked off the entry path with the Order's malignant tumors.
Exo square triangle.
First, remove the tumor from the container to reveal the RK stored inside. If I know the ancestors, they will have already identified the RK's properties. Just before the explosion happens, find the drone which matches the RK's properties and use it as cover. That drone seems to have similar technology to your inversion reinforcement device.
Those boosters were pretty nice. Not gonna lie.
Adjust the output to cancel out the blast energy. Descendant, the drone has been destroyed and the inversion energy emitter has been exposed. With this much output, you can remove the malignant tumor that is blocking the door.
Now today we're gonna visit a mission that I haven't touched in a long while, ladies and gents. Square, circle, X triangle. Square, circle, X triangle. Here it is. Now today we're gonna go somewhere else. Nice. Enjoy, Cartoon Rush. Congratulations on obtaining your Haley. The best builds for her are on this channel. Enjoy yourself. Alright, almost to the end.
Descendant, the commander of the Order of Truth has malignant tumors throughout their body. We need the inversion energy emitter installed on the ancestor drone.
Oh, triangle, square, X. Ha! Clear. Again. No idea what you're talking about, Clark. What is Heart of the Fortress? In the meantime, don't forget to like and share the stream, guys, if you haven't already. The more people that like and share it, the better. There are only 5 solo bosses, you can do them all. If you want to find out more about what Haley can do, it depends on your build, buddy. Like I said, all the builds that you need for her are here on my channel. She can do any boss in the game. She has got no problems, but just make sure you have the right build. That's all.
Just before the explosion happens, find the drone which
But
matches the
please remember,
arcade
there are only
properties
5 solo
as
bosses.
cover.
Everything else is team
That
based.
drone seems to have
And
similar
besides,
technology to your inversion reinforcement device. If you
once you have my
the
Haley
drone
build,
into
you
the
can
correct
carry.
arcade properties, I can adjust the output to cancel out the blast energy. Descendant, the drone has been destroyed and the inversion energy emitter has been exposed.
Eh.
With this much output, you can remove
Oh,
the
no, of
malignant
course
tumor
not.
that is blocking the door.
No, I'm going gold farming, Clark. Going gold farming. I'm not going to Heart of Fortress. Heart of the Fortress is one of the worst missions in the game. I hate that mission. It's literally the worst and most pointless mission. They should just throw infinite hordes at us instead. That mission is so boring. It like literally makes me fall asleep. But yeah, no, I'm going somewhere else. I'm going gold farming today. Yeah, that'll be later. First I'm gonna clear invasions. I mean, free 5 million gold? Yes, please, from invasions first. Then I'm gonna go gold farming. So, I'm almost done. I'll clean this up first. Clear the other invasion, then off we go. I don't mind that the last boss has mechanics or anything like that. I just wish it wasn't such a long mission with like empty hallways and corridors. Listen, you know what I want? Throw me 10,000 enemies to kill. That's all I want. As every step that I run, I want to be covered in enemies. In fact, 400% should be the normal state of affairs. You know? Send me enemies. Don't send me traps and puzzles. Just let me kill. That's what I'm here to do. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you can sell weapons for gold, but not dismantle them. You have to go back to town to do that. Bing. Let's get out of here. I think you mean contaminated. Oh wait, abandoned zone. I can't remember. They changed the mission name, but yes, technically, theoretically speaking, if you can do it in 40 seconds, it's still the best gold farm. But I'll be going somewhere a little more mentally engaging. A mobbing build for Haley? No. Haley doesn't need a mobbing build. What you do is you just take the Thunder Cage, use her gun build, and then go crazy. Haley does not use a mobbing build. The only thing that you can do with Haley's mobbing build, if you really want to, is her new mod, Cryogenic Cluster Shot. You can slap that on the gun build and off you go. It'll help you a little bit, but realistically, the gun build is all you need. Gun build plus Thunder Cage wipes out everything. That's how I level my Haley. At first, I made a farming build for her, and it was literally pointless. So I just took my gun build and just went crazy. So pretty much, there's only 2 builds for Haley. Gun and Sniper. Gun is a bit more universal. Sniper is specifically for bosses. Valby Road? No. Y'all really want to guess, huh? No, I just want more gold because I'm going to be working on Kyle soon. And every Transcendent mod's 5 million gold, so... just in case I have to level up all his Transcendent mods. Because I only know Track's airplane bombing build. Leveling him up, I don't know what his farming build's going to be like, so obviously I'm going to have to put some effort into that. On the 30th, I still won't be using Secret Garden on my Freyna. Because her bossing build is just too weak. I mean, I find it okay, but it's nothing like Haley, so I just can't see her as a serious bosser compared to the ones that I already use. But if you really want to, then yeah, sure. If you like Secret Garden and you feel that it's your ultimate weapon that you really need for the build, then by all means go ahead. But the decision will ultimately be yours, what you choose, what you end up choosing on her. I don't think there's that many other options, but I don't know. If you end up deciding to use some other weapon, then you can freely change the mountings as far as I know. So don't worry even if you do end up putting something else on second. The only one that you cannot change I think is the first mounting, but if you did not find a secret garden reactor in the first place, it's totally okay. Well, Cartoon Rush, you shouldn't be doing these with teammates in the first place. The only time you should be going with teammates is if you have to work with friends. Otherwise, no point. Just do it solo, it's faster anyway. But if you cannot solo, then, well, can't really blame anybody else. Remember guys, just do it solo. The only time I ever do this with people is if I bring along a friend. Then sure, otherwise, nope, solo. That is the correct way to do this. If you are a base Viesa, then why don't you have your ultimate bunny? If you're going for Haley already, but you haven't gotten your ultimate bunny, bruh. Doing things in the reverse order, man. Sharon, Enzo, then ultimate bunny. That is the proper order. The correct order. I mean, I can't really force you, but ultimately, if you want an easy time, that's what you're supposed to be doing. If you do something in a weird or different order, then, well, can't blame anybody.
The enemy commander is using the phase separation veil as a shield. If you
Exactly. Can you imagine playing with people in multiplayer? That's disgusting, Kororo. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever heard of. Not being able to solo all content? Oh my god, that's disgusting. It's gross. It is unbelievably... I just can't even find the words for it, Kororo. You know? The fact that anyone would even dare interact with a human? That's sick. I'm telling you, it's sick, bro. Don't worry, here at the Robot Nation, you are protected from such depraved obscenities that plague the outside world. Here, we all fight alone, because we need no one else. Hey. I'm required by law to tell you all that that's a joke, obviously. Up to you, Cartoon Rush.
Descendant.
New subscriber detected.
Which uses inversion energy. It has a large output, which requires processing of tens of billions of units of data per second. According to the scan results, the structure that appears to be a computing device is full of Vulgus artificial brains. This is how they are processing all that data. Continue to insert Vulgus artificial brains into the computing device, Descendant. If you overload the device, the veil will be neutralized.
Quantum incubator? Nope. I know nothing about it. I have never heard of a quantum incubator in this game. Nor have I ever used one. Unless it's some component for something that I've never bothered with. Now then, in the meantime, ladies and gents, don't forget to like the stream, share the stream, And of course, those of you who haven't yet registered me as your creator, make sure you do that. I'll check for you after this, buddy. Oh wait, I should probably clear the door first, because that is time limit. Okay, let me see. Quantum incubator. Oh, this thing. No idea. Maybe it's for something that's going to be introduced later on in a later season. You never know. Sometimes they'll put this stuff in the game, but they may not like make it usable right now. So it could be prepared like, because we know that they've got an entire roadmap of content all the way up to season 2 and 3. So
The enemy commander is using the
could be something for the mega dungeons, could be something for other stuff in the game. Yeah.
Device, you can create an opening to attack the commander directly.
Yeah, no problem. I'm always legendary. Yeah, it could be. I mean, it sounds logical. And we already know that Season 2 has pets, so... Usually, most games, when you have something that's unobtainable right now, it'll be for a later season. They won't put something in. No, not yet. Well, I guess technically an invasion counts as a gold farm. I'm just doing the invasions for the gold, so yes, it technically does count as a gold farm. Because you can pick up about 5 million per day from invasions, so it's really great. Okay, all good. Clear. Me neither, I think it's gonna be great. In the meantime, don't forget to like the stream, yeah? The more you guys that like the stream, the better. Like and share, of course. Doesn't matter if you've got no followers on social media, just share. The more that share, the better. Now, we're gonna go gold farming. So, invasions are clear. Let's see how much you can earn today. Alright, I'm gonna speed this. Not really. I've burned almost 200 mil already, so no, just keep farming. But you'll get it along the way. Now that there's invasions, in the past we used to have to actually gold farm. I'm only doing it because I'm probably gonna burn about 20 million on Kyle. And that's just 4 mods for Kyle. So you're gonna need a lot more than 20 million. But depends on how many characters you want to raise up. I would take a bunny pet for bunny for sure. That sounds like a plan. But honestly, Mighty, you're just gonna get the gold along the way, so don't sweat it too much. As long as you're not burning 5 mil per day. Like for me, it's a bit different because I go ham testing one thing. So yeah, for me, it's gonna be for specifically for other stuff.
A new member has arrived.
Thanks, Brad. Enzo is for skill issue players. No, you get better rewards out of the vault when you have him. More importantly, isn't this coming from the person that literally has to get carried through invasions? I mean, dude, you want to make a joke like that, at least have the skills to back it up, you know? I mean, you literally said you're a solo Viesa, cannot do the invasions on your own, and you're telling me, so basically you're getting carried through the content, and then you want to say Enzo's for skill issue players? Not a very good look, dude.
It's appeared from another dimension.
Okay, first wave clear. Of course, that is the right way, Kororo. Everyone uses a lot of gold, but it's mostly Transcendent mods, Mighty. One Transcendent mod will knock you about 5 million gold. Hey, Track. What are you doing tonight, Track? Enzo is also one of the strongest descendants in the game, so it's like, bruh.
It's appeared from another dimension.
Nice. Enjoy, buddy. Slayer Amorphous? You mean Pyroamorphous? Fair enough. Hey, Colin. One-shot Yukon build? No idea what you mean. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna ignore that Cartoon Rush guy. Occasionally you get these sorts around here. I mean, say whatever way you want, but you might not be a good fit for this community. If there is a Eugen one-shot build floating around, I haven't seen any Eugens one-shot anything, but hey, you guys are welcome to try. Tell me if it works. But thus far, I have not actually seen Eugen one-shotting anything. At the very least, not to my knowledge. I have been in dozens of public boss fights, but haven't seen Eugen do that, so... I mean, I already debunked the whole myth on people saying charge intensive was good. If Eugen's got a one-shot build, then okay, I guess. Haven't seen it happen, but okay. There have been previous one-shot builds, but most of the time it's due to a bugged interaction. For example, there was that one with Bunny. There was one with Bunny that, I think you guys might remember it, but do you remember how, please do not mention any other creator's name here, alright, Brad? Very sorry, but I have to take a moderation action for that. If you mention another creator by name, it can cause drama. And, yeah.
Watch out, enemy ambush.
Please be very, very careful. Do not mention any other creator by name here. I do not judge. If it's work done by any other creator, do not ask my opinion on it. Because I'm not here to judge their work or their builds. And if you mean specifically in a 400% infiltration mission, then okay, fair enough. A lot of people have spoken about Eugen's proliferating allergy in 400%, but that being said, this was already known before. So if somebody made a build for it, then good, but everybody already knew the builds way back in the preseason. It was basically Contagion before Contagion. So yeah. And again, Lynch, also, please do not mention any creator by name here. We have a strict drama avoidance policy. Nobody should be mentioning any other creator by name. And look, I appreciate the sentiment, Damien. Of course, robot builds are all people need, but at the same time, there are other creators out there. We just do not judge their work. We do not mention them. We do not talk about them. All right? So, yeah. If you like to watch their content or you believe in their builds, you can by all means follow that. Test it for yourself. But I have not worked on these characters, so I decline to comment. This is one of the fastest gold farms in the game, actually. And you will also be able to get void fragment shards along the way. But yes, guys, please, unless you are completely new to the channel, y'all should know the policies. No professional creator mentions any other creator out there. Why? Because it invites drama. The second I say, oh, well, this guy's build is not so good, or that guy's build, oh, well, I think this build is... It creates a whole chain of internet nonsense. So I stay completely away from that, guys. Please be aware, and I hope that everybody can keep this same policy. If you have to say, oh, well, another creator made this, then then you don't have to name them. Never name a creator. All right, name dropping is not cool. It is the worst idea for any professional in this industry. We should not be comparing creators. And certainly, you know, if you want to judge their work, speak to them about their work. Don't speak to me about their work. Hello, Lawbreaker. Best farm for void fragments. I had one in the preseason, but I'll be real with you. I've never farmed void fragments in, well, since the preseason. Yeah, all you need is my high voltage bunny build, right? What you do is you just rush through. And it also depends on what you get, because you can get a ton of mark of arrest as well, as long as you've got consumable drop rate
See
increase.
that? Void energy detected.
New subscriber detected.
Well, thank you for saying that, Mighty. I appreciate it. But again, I just don't want to judge anybody, because it's just wrong. I think it's just wrong. I have no reason to produce a bossing build. Like I said the other day, I will produce one at a later time, at a leisurely pace, but I'll just be real with you. I have no need to produce one, because she is just not a comparable bosser. I hold everybody to Haley's standard. And quite frankly, there are a few other descendants that can compare to Haley right now. Enzo and Glay are literally the only other two. And Glay cannot take on Deathstalker, so yeah. Like, I can make a Freyna bossing build, but it's difficult to produce the results that I want to produce. Let me put it that way. That's okay, Brad Music. As long as you understand now, alright? I just appreciate you guys doing that. Just never mention a creator by name. Alright? If you're new to this industry, that's okay, but at least now you know. It's just not worth the drama and trouble. Because think of it this way, right? All it's gonna take is one guy to say, hey, this guy made this build, you know, and I think it's better than your build. And then I will comment on it or whatever. And then what the guy's gonna do is he's gonna take that clip and he's gonna run to the other creator, and then he'll probably say, oh, you know, this creator said this about you. And they kick off internet drama like that. I'd rather not feed the trolls or anybody like that. So I've made it my policy since about 2 years ago. If there's other creators for a game, good. I will not comment on any of their work. I do not care what they do. All right. And I leave it to my viewers to independently think for themselves. If a viewer likes what that creator has done and they think it's worth it, try it for themselves. And if after that you are disappointed and the results are no good, then you'll understand why. Me personally, I choose a very different approach. I make the content that I think would help my viewers the most, and then I go with that. Anything else is just extra if you want to, you know, roll with it. So like Freyna, she's not a bossing character, and she never will be. Many people like to use her as such, but to be quite frank, there are better characters out there for bossing specifically. That's why I haven't really worked on my Freyna's bossing build, because I have no interest. Now that I have her for farming, which is her primary role, I have no interest in going beyond that. But I will, at some later point, if I have time, I might test out a bossing build for her. I do have a venom injection build, but like I said, the early bosses, I could smoke them in 5 seconds with Haley, so even my Freyna like cannot compete. So yeah. Sorry, Lynch. I'm glad you think that way, but I do not, because again, for me, I have a very different policy. So if you want to be here, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to ask you kindly, please obey my policy here. All right? Yeah, creators can talk to the other creators all the time. I don't. I do not. I stay away. All right? Because quite frankly, even something innocuous can invite judgment. It can invite problems. I choose to live a very peaceful life, and I do not want that. So if you are here at my channel, if you want to be a part of this channel, you obey that policy. If you do not wish to obey that channel, then I'm sorry, but you have to find a different creator that is more suitable for you. This is my way of life. And I hope that while you're here, everybody can respect that. All right? Either way, for most of you guys, you will notice that I'm very different from other creators. That's why I don't play with other creators. I don't want to know other creators. I have no interest in other creators. There's no need for me to interact with them. They are their own things. They do their own things, all right? Anything they want to do with me, they can bring me a contract in black and white with specific terms and pay. I'll agree to that. Outside of that, I have no desire to interact or do anything else. I choose not to answer that question, Chris. So thank you very much, but I will not be responding to that.
Watch out, enemy ambush.
How do I rate Ajax as a bosser? He can use a gun, but he's not gonna beat, say, Enzo or whatever, so he's okay, but he's not really a DPS character. He's just tanky. like Ajax's main strength is in his tankiness, so you can roll with that. But other than that, I cannot rate him very highly as a bosser because, quite frankly, anybody else can beat him. Valby can beat him, Enzo can beat him, all because these guys can up damage by quite a bit. So yeah. I mean, that's literally what I can say about him, Mighty. He can use a gun.
With an ambush like that, it's no wonder our people were caught unawares.
But yeah, to give a bit more detail, the reason why I refused to answer Chris's question is because, for me, I don't really believe that I have taken off or anything. No. I still very much believe that I am on the bottom rung of content creation. I still have a very long road to go. But I think that if I really have to, the only thing that I'll say is that TFD has been the saving grace for me. So I genuinely enjoy it a lot. And Track is right. I established these rules because of the things that I've seen, been through, and interacted. Like, I've been doing this 3 years, full time. Made a living off it for 3 years already. I'm still on my grind. I'm still in the process of, you know, raising myself up as a creator and, you know, really finding my momentum in Steam. But I do have to say that I have learned a lot of these rules and have become stronger because of them. And they really, although I don't really want to go into detail, they have a basis in fact. So we have a lot of things that we've tested out, and these are the rules that work best, genuinely. Thanks, Chris. I really appreciate that. I try not to think of myself as a big deal. I mean, I might ham it up a little bit on the show, but realistically speaking, I think mentally, until I reach the stage where, like, I can buy a Lambo every month, I'll never think of myself as a big guy. And realistically, I shouldn't, because today you could be making good money, but tomorrow your reputation could be in the dirt and then nobody watches you, you know? So I don't like to think of myself as bigger than I am. I like to stay very, I guess the wording is grounded. I like to stay very grounded and true to myself and what I do. So, yes, I know, big joke is that I have a massive ego and I'm big-headed, but aside from Kaz poking fun at me with that, always, I love that lady, but aside from her poking fun at me with that, realistically speaking, I am very pragmatic about, you know, my position, what I can do, things like that, and I try to keep it real. Because I think that if I don't, then I'm gonna make some very bad decisions, and that is no help to anybody. And I would be disappointing my audience and myself most of all. No, that's true. I wouldn't Track. I would probably make some very smart investments instead, but I feel that until my income is at that level, I don't think I'm ready, you know? I don't think I'm a big name in the business. Because ultimately, I want to reach a stage where it's not just a one-man show. I want to employ a whole team. You know, I want to employ a whole bunch of people who can do the stuff that we need done. No, this is not the one. They're going to improve defense missions. This one is for void fragments. This is good for gold and void fragments. Very bad on XP, but nobody really cares about XP here. If you're here, you're just here to, like, absolutely rip through it fast. You know, clear your waves, get your gold, get marks of arrest. That's about it. No problem, Feathers. Come back whenever you like. Well, thank you for that, Abracadabra. I'm glad you find me inspiring. I just do the best that I can. I wish you luck in whatever content you create.
You see that? Void energy detected.
I don't think me getting more money will get me in the office with Nexon, no. It's not about the money. I just need a high supporter count. Alright, then I want to get him on the phone so I can tell them, hey, guys, what you doing? Why you make the paint system so bad? Here, gold. I'm just here for gold, man. But yeah, no, it's all support accounts, so you want to get me in the office with Nexon. Just make sure that more people register me as their creator, and that's about it, man. There's no secret to it. It's just support account. They just want to see my high support account, that's all. So what we need is more people to hit that support button. It's all good. Many people don't check the title. They just see, hey, robot streaming, let's go. And I'm like, did you check the title? Nope.
No wonder our people
But it's
were caught
okay.
unawares.
It is how it is. I'm gonna take a drink of water. No worries, Normele. I am here to help. You'll see it after this. It's impossible to show you the mission while I'm inside it, dude. You have to wait till it ends. So pay attention to the stream. Okay. 18 minutes? Ugh. Yeah, nah, I might go back to block kyber mining. If I genuinely need the gold, that might be better. Arg. That is so annoying. For some reason, this one's gotten worse than the past. In the past, it used to just be 10 minutes. Okay, that is a gigantic waste of time. So, back to block kyber mining. I go over there instead. The hat hair. Alright. Block kyber mining is decent for gold and XP, but Bunny Road is still better. I'm just lazy to do Bunny Road right now, so I might actually go to block kyber mining. No. 400% is worse. Earlier I was checking out the neutralized void experiment, but I might just go to block kyber mining. What's Bunny Road? It's covered in my Codebreaker farming video and in my gold and XP farming video, so you might want to check that out. Of course not, Flo. What is there to update? My build is the same. I'm still using the same builds I posted for you because there's no reason to update it. I hope so, Willow. I hope so. But yeah, lots of the stuff that we talk about has already been covered in previous videos, so if you're new to the channel, you might want to check out more of the videos. I promise you, they're very good. They will help you learn a lot about this game. I'll go to the Bunny Road later, but for now, I'll test this out and just see my gains, because I want to see where I can, I guess, get the best value. I've only got about 40 mil right now, but I need more. I want to get about 60 mil if I can. 60 mil would be a nice little sweet spot for myself. This part is always slow.
Shield is down. See you later.
I'm not in the habit of wasting time, so
Shield is down.
this will take care of both zones.
Damn it.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Loading.
Okay, good. Nothing much here. See you later, Mighty. Yeah, the purple and the gold drops are what I'm really looking for, but those are easy enough to come by. As long as you've got consumable drop rate increase. I should check if I do have it. Oh man, I don't. Darn it. There we go. This'll do. But yeah, the blue drops are the void fragments, obviously.
To your death. Oh, my shield. Shield is down. Die. Watch your move. Take this.
Oh, this is faster. Hey, Rafi.
Be gone.
Yeah, sure. Whatever works for you, AJ.
Be gone. Take this.
Careful, Descendant. We're picking up a signal for a unit whose power capabilities are off the scale.
Okay, onward we go. It most likely was. But that's what makes sense to me. I like that the game devs, like I said, they will try to change up the meta every single season,
To your
which is what we want. Okay, that should settle things.
shield is down.
Go around picking up all the stuff.
To your death. See you later.
Yes, it is, Navy.
Loading.
Hey, Nikki. It's okay. Valby Road is fine. You can get a little bit more here, I reckon. I mean, with Freyna and bunnies, you can definitely finish this off fast. The key is that I just want to run around and gather gold. That's what I'm really doing. As long as I can freely run around and gather gold, I'm happy.
Shield is down.
Get all these happy little gold drops. I'm a happy camper. The XP doesn't matter to me today. I'm just here for these. Look at that. I can't wait till we get pets that'll do this for us.
Ah, my shield.
Speaking of which, this is the wrong thing as well. This'll do.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Need to increase my gold drop proficiency. I'm sure you can still get a good amount, but here there are extra gold rewards that come around as well as, and this is also faster, at least as far as I'm aware. I mean, don't get me wrong, Valby Road is good, but I mean, we have Freytua right now, so when we got Freyna, detonating stuff is pretty good. That's why I can't wait for the new defense missions. I bet you they're going to be great gold as well.
Feel the pain.
Yeah, they talked about them in Season 2. Utility pets that'll run around and pick up stuff for you. They're quite rare. I've got a few. But I save mine more for emergency situations or if I'm too lazy. But since I'm not too lazy today, I can still farm gold. Oh.
Feel the pain.
La 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 la. All you gotta do is hit him with a little bit of that Freytua. And as soon as they spawn, they die. Grab the gold and off you go, you know?
Shield is down. Melt away. Ah, my shield. I'll load. Shield is down. Shield is damaged.
Poor Freyna's shield is permanently damaged.
Shield is down.
S2 is in December, yeah. No, David. Nobody talks about PvP here, and nobody would want PvP here. Do not even mention it on this channel because we are strictly against it. PvP is dumb. A PvE game should not mix PvP in. I'm gonna be very real with you about that. Games that have a clear identity are the ones that succeed the most. A PvE game should focus on PvE. A PvP game can focus on PvP. But that is usually the way of the world, and that's why I do not even... Yeah, it would ruin this game in terms of balancing, a lot of other stuff, so... Yeah, for me personally, I would say it straight. No. Strict no to PvP, don't even discuss it on this channel. Even asking the question is enough to potentially get some people banned. Because that's how much we dislike the idea. Don't get me wrong, I like PvP, but not in this game. Here, it should be PvE strictly. Nope, haven't changed any of my bunny builds. I will most likely keep it the same. So it's up to you if you want to, but I would most likely keep my bunny build the same. There's no need to change, or rather fix what isn't broken. That's usually my way of life. If I see that something is functioning just fine, I don't change it. Hey, good morning, Demise. Yeah, I got... Ooh, I had the jump bug again. I got it a while back, dude.
Shield is down.
I got Toxic Mixture a long time ago. Although I say that it's a couple of days ago, but yeah, I just haven't worked on it. I'm planning on working on some other stuff first. Right now, I don't really need to work on that. Depends on when you pay me enough, Rocco. I'll think about it. Hey, High Toast, how's it going? Well, holiday season skins will probably come around the December months. They probably won't drop something so soon since they just dropped the Halloween skin. And they were expensive as heck. They drop more skins now, people are gonna be pissed. I know that they know that they can milk their audience, but there are limits to that too. You milk your audience too much, it isn't gonna give you very much. No worries. You know my builds are here for you. It's all good, David. Lots of people try to start that discussion or ask that question, but I'll tell you right now, nobody should ever ask that question. It should remain a forbidden topic, and we should not be encouraging any discussions about it.
High-level Vulgus closing in. Target this unit first.
Feel the pain.
12 minutes, but only 415. Ah, what a pain. Guess I have to hit Bunny Road after all. And that is even with me picking up every drop. Alright. Back to Bunny Road it is. I might mess around with it at a later time, Morocco, but definitely not on my plate right now. I will definitely do it at some point. It's just a matter of when. Okay. That is unfortunate, but well, results don't lie. So I guess we're going back to the old spot. This one makes me lose my sanity, but fine. Environment contamination zone. What's the point, Fightin? The only extra benefit is inventory and storage space. So I think it's slow. I mean, I could get it right now just by leveling up every Descendant to level 40, but what's the point? For me, I'm just like, nah. Like, the only extra benefit is inventory space. Sure. You know, people might say, oh, it looks cool, but what's the point? Nobody's gonna respect you because of your mastery rank, and if people think mastery rank equals respect, they probably haven't played games like this for a long time. As it is, everybody already knows me when I'm in town, so I'm chill. I'm just gonna keep my mastery rank. I'll let it like level up naturally as I experiment with different weapons and stuff. But at this current moment, I have no desire. Ah, crap. Messed up. I have no desire to go further. I hate to break it to you, but the only thing I'm gonna get is inventory space. Alright? Of course you'll get that stuff in the low levels, Jiri. Once you're past mastery rank 20, their only benefit is inventory space. There are no extra presets. There are no extra presets. At least as far as I'm aware. Maybe it's not shown here, but the number of presets should not be increasing. At least according to this. I have never gotten any extra presets ever since I hit 20. If it's not mentioned, then yeah, it could be. But I'm satisfied with what I have now. Well, fair enough. In that case, that is quite a nice hidden benefit, but again, I don't really need it, so I'm okay. I'm okay with what I have now. Because you do after all get more stuff from ETA 0. So in the past when you had to buy it, sure. But I see no reason to force myself to level up a character right now. I'll work on it slowly, you know? I'll take it at a natural pace. Like when it's ready to go up, it'll go up. Well, normally they do tell you that kind of stuff. Like, for example, they did tell you about the Descendant slots. But presets being a hidden thing? Meh, okay, fair enough. I do not know any better, therefore I will just agree because, yeah, I would not be able to confirm or deny it. Gold farm is going okay. Bunny Road is still the fastest, unfortunately, so here I am. I just don't like going to Bunny Road because I've done this so many bajillion times in my life. Like, I think after a certain number of times that you see Bunny Road, you just think to yourself, what the hell? What am I even doing in my life? But I do need the gold, so I got no choice. Yeah, no, fair enough. Like I said, I cannot confirm or deny that, so if there's extra presets that I don't know about, then good. That's gonna be a nice side benefit as I level up. Yeah, but I just don't want to. No point. If I do not have an immediate need for it, then I won't, usually. I've already tested out Green Blood Crusade. My build is still far more efficient. I tried it out but was not impressed with the results. So if you like it, you can go for it. But I will tell you honestly, my build's still better, in my personal opinion. But I think it does have to come down to what the individual feels. Like if somebody feels that it is better for them, then they can go for it. But I certainly, having tested it out myself, I'm not changing my build. So I went straight back to my own build, and here I am still doing the thing. And if you want a bit more of the reasoning, it's because I realized that whatever the case is, I don't need the extra damage. Like, I don't need the extra raw damage. And I already have the crit mod set up, so from that perspective, I would just be wasting catalyst for no feasible benefit, you know? Because except in a few extreme circumstances, I have more than enough damage for what I need. The only other extreme circumstances are when certain modifiers pop up for the champions. Power increase does scale, but you will have to go into the non-crit version. So yep, absolutely. But there are other ways that you can introduce a secondary multiplier. For example, if you just want to introduce the secondary multiplier, although it won't be very much, you can actually just toss in Spear and Shield into the older build. I removed that for range though. So like I said, I basically made it so the damage is down to the wire, just enough to do everything, but nothing beyond that, and the rest goes to utility. So it's basically you want to be able to run around forever, you know? Yeah. I mean, the power increase thing is already known. I've already put it out on my channel, but basically it's up to you if you want to go for that. Like I said, I found it that it's not necessary. No, it's all good. I do not mind. That's why I said my opinion is basically that it does not offer enough benefit Greenblood. Because, like I said, for me, when I roll a build, right, it has to, the only way that I'll change the build is if the benefit of changing the build not only outweighs the cost, but it has to beat the other build by a significant extent. If I'm just like, for example, if I'm just getting a minor difference, there's no point. So that's why I explained the reasoning. You're only going to get, at most, in my personal opinion, a minor difference. And with that minor difference, it doesn't change the functionality of the build, you know? So from that perspective, I took a look at it, I was like, I don't foresee this being any greater than what I already had. Because this build that I had before, right, you can actually build the non-crit build with the exact same modules that I have here. The only thing is that you'd swap out the 2 crit modules that I have for non-crit. You would swap them both out for the power increase and for the other module to buff up singulars, to buff up your singular power if necessary, or you could just go for like more skill power. That's totally fine as well. But what I did was that when I actually did my comparisons in terms of the amount of damage, it was not a drastic change compared to what I already had. And since I did not need any increase in damage, like, and there would be an increase in base damage, don't get me wrong, but since I did not need one, I took a look at it and said, this is not worth it, you know? To me, at most, you could free up one slot for the no crit build. At most, you could free up one slot, which is okay, I guess. So I wouldn't say it gives a lot more flexibility, but I mean, it's up to each individual what they want to do. Like I said, I don't really care about the big numbers either. I just looked at the efficiency of both, and I said, roughly the same efficiency, no need to change, you know? Just so if you already have, like, what you built before, you don't need to shift. The only time I would advise my people to shift, because again, that consumes resources, is if there was a significant enough change that would actually impact their gameplay. But since I know it doesn't, then meh. Hello, Chris. You got reverse luck today. That's good for you. Pretty much. And even if you can't one hit him, you can always two hit him because Bunny hits so fast anyway, you know? So yeah. I rarely change my builds unless I see evidence that it's like something is like so much more efficient that it's like worth it. Usually I set about it has to be at least 20% more efficient. If it's just a 5 to 10%, I'd say okay. Well, actually 10% I might still do it, but if it's not exceeding 10%, then I'd say nah. But if it does exceed 10%, you bet your bottom dollar I will straight away change, you know? Yep. Absolutely, Nikki. I've already lost my mind. I'm clinging on to sanity by conversating with folks like you, Nikki. That's about it. I've already lost my mind. You have no idea, like, I used to love running this road all the time. But back before invasions, I ran and ran and ran and ran and ran. Now this is just practically PTSD for me. The fact that you even have an alt account is wild, man. You must really be loving TFD. Anyway, in the meantime, ladies and gents, don't forget to like and share the stream if you haven't already. The more of you that like and share, the better. So thank you very much if you decide to do that. Those of you that have not yet chosen me as your creator, please make sure to do so. Alright, I want to gather as much support as I can, so make sure y'all register me as your content creator. If you want to support the robot, you find yourself hanging out at my streams and with my community, then that's the thing to do. Make sure you do that.
Out of my way!
Yeah, but the things I'll do for gold. Yeah, some people like having an alt account. You know, some people love the game that much. I don't think view it as a bad thing. I just say the man is dedicated, you know? He wants to play on 2 accounts. I like that. I mean, I couldn't do it, but yeah. As it is, I do this for a living and a job, so, you know. You can hope for that, Piyush. I don't know if they will, but you can hope. But hope is often the first step on the road to disappointment. Remember that. Yeah, to each their own, man. 1 account is enough for me, but maybe some people love it, you know? I've seen folks who really, really like games like this. I knew one guy who played on 4 different accounts, man. And when I asked him why, he told me it was because he wanted to try out every single starter differently. And I said, why 4? There's only 3 starters. Because Bunny counts as 1. So. Humans, what can you do, right? Some people enjoy the challenge, Chris. It's like, why people, you know, sometimes you start over in Elden Ring with nothing. You just go in there and start going ham, you know? Here's a thumb for you, Blue Tornado. The fact that you even played a mobile game is heresy. Could you take this man outside and execute him? Thank you, guys. No worries, Foxy. I know how busy you are. You go get that promotion, okay? My salary is tagged to your salary, so I'm counting on you. Good job, Arako. Now then, take Arako outside and execute him as well. For completing his bunny skin, his reward shall be execution. His crime is breathing the same air as me. Remember that to breathe the same air as me is a felony. To exist in my presence is also a felony. But anyway, congratulations, man. It's nice finishing a challenge. Hey, Saifudin, how's it going? I mean, you chose the agony for yourself, man. I cannot release you from that which you choose of your own accord. Sure, as long as you're enjoying yourself, Arako. What do you mean you don't want to pay but you want the skin? Listen, Blue Tornado. What you do is you go out there and you get a job. Then after you get a job, you ask them to raise your pay. And then after they raise your pay, what you do is you take 20% of your pay and you donate to Robot and say, here is my donation to the Church of Robot, and I will bless you. And I guess you could get some skins along the way, but the most important thing is to acquire my blessing. Alright? The Robot Church is generous and powerful. And by generous, I mean stingy, so hand it over. Honestly, to me, I like them both, but Haley is a bit more universal. Enzo is still fun, but you will practically be pigeonholed into using the Enduring Legacy for most of your stuff. Whereas Haley can just have a little bit extra fun, you know? I don't know if Foxy's work from home. I'm pretty sure she has a desk. So she must be actually in the office, which is an even greater suffering than I can imagine. Hey, Raj. Clean stream policy, okay, guys? And don't forget, we have ladies in chat. So, thirsty thoughts, keep them to yourself, okay? Please be respectful of all audience members of all gender. Yes, we know the ladies here are very beautiful. Alright? But remember that this is an international stream. I have to follow my Nexon contract rules. Clean stream only, okay, guys? No thirsty thoughts. If you're thirsty, drink water. Alright? Tea is also a great thirst quencher. Nah, Haley's just straight up power. Haley's just pure power and pure joy. Oh no, I accidentally opened the map. Oh well. Slowly just watching my gold tick up mission by mission. Yeah, sure, you prefer coffee? Go for coffee. I'm not gonna stop you. Coffee is a good beverage, I suppose. Sounds good to me, Baya. Now, unfortunately, I am forbidden from touching alcohol for the time being. But occasionally, I may break the rules and have a little drink. But I have not had alcohol in the last 2 years. The last time was with my younger brother. Just one drink. I try to avoid it due to my religion, but occasionally, you know, I mean, gotta be realistic. We live in a modern world, so, you know, occasional drink with friends is alright. I just don't go too far with it. I'm glad you love your job, Nikki. That's good. But yo, on your feet 12 hours? That's rough. That is a rough one. Some people prefer Venom Synthesis. You know, I don't expect everybody, Chris, to follow the robot way. And also, some people still believe that Contagion decreases range, which again, please take a look at my YouTube short. It will come out after stream tonight. In fact, I'm going to end stream a little bit early so I can show you guys. But basically, Contagion spreads 3 puddles. So I find it better for solo play. But there are still a lot of people who like Venom Synthesis, and that's okay. Honest to God, having played both, I find no difference in the boss room, to be honest. Just enduring legacy, the enemy's face, and you're good to go, but yeah. We all know what the robot says, but hey, not everybody believes in the robots, okay. Well, not yet anyway. Someday I shall become a powerful church, and any non-believers shall be executed for heresy. But it is not today. Oh, listen, Jonathan Terry. I deal with unmentionably dumb people on a daily basis. I mean, how many times per day do you think people still tell me, "Oh, Asian Robot, you are wrong about this"? I'm like, really? Do you want to see evidence? Don't make me pull out evidence, because I can. Good sir, dear sir or ma'am, I have evidence to the contrary. Do you want to believe me now? No. Okay. That's literally my existence most times. I'm just like, all I do is like, I look at my YouTube comments and like, "Excuse me, robot, but this other guy says you're wrong because he proved it in his video." I'm like, "Dear sir, I could prove otherwise." "Yeah, but I don't care because I don't like you." It is what it is. Humans are humans at all times. Oh, listen, Jonathan. Most of my haters are like kindergarten level math whizzes. You know, can barely add. So yeah, it does get wild. We all have the same struggles in customer service jobs, just like being a content creator. You ever tried to argue mathematics or probability drop rate with a guy that can barely even understand middle school math? I'm like, "You do, dear sir." "No, but the drop rates, robot, the drop rates are unfair. I never get what I want." "Dear sir, this is because of luck and chance. Have you ever rolled a dice in your life, sir? You could roll all 6s all night, sir, and then you could get a 1 the very next day." "No, but I don't care what the dice roll says. I've never rolled a dice in my life. All I care about is that I get a drop, and I don't get a drop, therefore the drop rates are unfair." "But sir, mathematically speaking, the drop rates do exist, and they have been tested and proven true." "I don't care about you testing. Your mathematics are a lie." So, yeah, that's my job in a nutshell. Sometimes I look at people and I'm saying like, how do you guys exist? Like, legit, how can people not understand mathematics? You know, it's wild. Now, just for context, I'm not saying they're wrong that drop rates suck on some things like outposts. We've been fighting to get outpost drop rates increased for like ages, but the fact of the matter is the drop rates are as advertised fair. It doesn't mean they're fun. Fun is a completely different thing, and I agree on that. The fun factor sucks, but they are fair. So, you know.
My shield.
Oh yeah, it's all good, Chris. Everybody eventually has to find something from the robot. And that's when you first become a believer. First things first, you will find out why my videos will say, "Oh, oh, oh." Dude, I once tried to talk about I once tried to talk about law of large numbers and went over everybody's head. I'm like, damn, bros. Damn. Why is my YouTube hater Scottish? Yeah, it's just one of the accents. So you ever seen How to Train Your Dragon? So I love that movie. I absolutely love that movie. And in that movie, when Hiccup was talking to Goddard about his father, Hiccup says, you know, oh no, my father thinks that I probably got switched at birth or something. Excuse me, barmaid, I believe you brought me the wrong offspring. I asked for a Viking lad with big beefy arms, extra guts and glory on the side. This here is a talking fishbone. So because of that, you know, whenever I have to do a little skit or funny voice, I do that voice. So yeah. Because that is what I like the most. I remember it. It was such a thing for me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna roll that right now. So whenever I have a hater or somebody that's trying to give me a hard time, I always remember that. You know, I always envision this very angry man on the other side saying, excuse me, Agent Robot, I think you brought me the wrong information. Clearly this other guy on the internet who buys his views, he said that this mod was clearly so much better, and therefore your build sucks. Why is it that you can't make a good build? Have you tried my build, sir? No, and I refuse to. So, that's how it goes in my head every single time. You better get me a toothless plushie for Christmas, alright? Glad to hear it, Alpha Dad. RNG is fair to everybody, although it may not seem like it. Eventually, you'll get what you need. You may not get what you want, but you'll get what you need. That is the power of RNG. Enjoy yourself. The thing is, that's how RNG is. Hey, LSF, how's it going, pal? RNG is a cruel but fair master. Never what you want, always what you need. And always to the east. Remember, always to the east. May the odds forever be in my favor. I like my odds. Ever since I saw The Mandalorian, I like those odds. That is because you needed the 3%. Even if you didn't know it at the time. You just needed it. And RNG decided, this guy, he needs the 3%. Therefore, I shall grant it to him. I shall give him the gift of the 3%.
No chance.
Even if you needed the 32. Because it doesn't matter what you want. RNG always gives you what you need.
So slow. Why, you little...
What am I critting on Bunny? Yeah, I don't pay attention to numbers. About 800k roughly. According to that display. But like I said, you don't need the crits. Your base hit is more than enough to waste them. So
Out of my way!
the crits are here because this was the old build.
No chance.
I did. Blue Tornado. I did not find it impressive. I mean, it's okay, it works. But I did not find it necessary. Because the efficiency of what I was getting with or without it was the same. So for that reason, I've stuck with this build. And I have not changed it. Usually I'll only change a build if the efficiency of the new build is so much better that that I know for a fact, you know, that I'm gonna absolutely crush stuff. But I mean, if you have my build, you'll be doing roughly the same, Chris, so it is normal. I just wanted that little bit of silicone.
Slow.
Always private. For Bunny Road, I like to go at my own pace. So I never run with anybody else. I don't think that player-to-player trading will be a thing right now. That is not to say that it won't happen in future. There's always potential for it to happen in future. But at this current time, I don't think they've got any plans to introduce it. At least to the best of my knowledge currently. Again, this could always change in future. But for the time being, nah. They did talk about it, they did consider it, but at this current point in time, it's just a concept. Well now, Mr. Chris, better start changing. I don't need somebody to restart the mission for me. I mean, I get that it's faster, but I just prefer to just do it at my own pace. Works easier. Sometimes things like this serve as my meditation. For today, it's just a nice little distraction, you know? A nice quick little distraction Let me get what I need. The Lepic, nobody uses Lepic for farming anymore, dude. The Lepic farming build is just for getting your Lepic up to the bossing level, but I have to be real with you. There's no point in using him right now. Because why would I use Lepic when Freyna exists? Like, you gotta be realistic. All these kinds of build videos, they are made at that point in time, and they're useful at that point in time. But now we have Freyna. We have two amazing farming characters, i.e. Freyna and Bunny, so... I have to be real with you. Most people just use the so-called Lepic farming build to just get their Lepic up to the bossing standard if they want to go for a boss build. And even then, I haven't updated my Lepic bossing builds because Lepic is just sort of out of the loop right now, you know? Well, Chris, you'll have to suffer without your friend then. Also, tell your friend that he sucks. And that I personally said that to him, alright? So you can take a clip of my stream, and then you can go to him and say, ah, yes, you stopped playing, right? Okay, so RealAsianRobot says personally to you, friend of mine, that you suck. I do wish Lepic wasn't obsolete. I like Lepic, but yeah. I spent all that time building him up, and now he's just like, meh. No, I agree, Lawrence. I hope that Lepic finds his place because you see, the problem is that Lepic has too many drawbacks. His ult, which is like his only good thing for bossing, it requires both duration and MP cost. But Haley doesn't. Haley is like superior to Lepic in every single way, so it's like, what am I even gonna play this guy for? You know, it's like a waste of my time when I could just go in there, snipe accurately at any point. I don't have to... The other thing is that his ultimate weapon's a projectile type weapon, so it's not hit scan. Therefore, I have to aim and predict the movement path of the Colossi, so it's super inefficient, you know? Hey, Lady Neo, how's it going, friendo? Exactly, Willow. No, I tell you, Lepic's Transcendent increased efficiency, right? Should keep, instead of doing whatever crap it does now, because it's really terrible, they should make it so it fires homing rockets. Increased efficiency, right? His ult transforms into homing rockets. All you gotta do is just hold down the trigger and they home in on the target. And they should deliberately strike a weak spot as well. Make it the best Transcendent mod ever. Yep. You should... Basically, what everybody does, Lawrence, is they start with... they get Sharon, then Enzo, then Ultimate Bunny. Nobody ever goes for Lepic. Well, not anymore. In the past, yes. Now, no. After you get your Ultimate Bunny, people start farming their Haleys or whatever after that. Because with Ultimate Bunny's high voltage farming build, you can basically just go do invasions or whatever else you want. And that is why people always take that path. Dude, I wouldn't mind if they allowed his ult to like supercharge one ball, like a big massive Kamehameha one-shot a boss. Like that'd be pretty cool. Yep, no, I agree. Increased efficiency should just transform his ultimate weapon into a Kamehameha wave. And like a super Kamehameha and just absolutely wipe out the opponent. Yeah, I thought about the weapon build Lepic and I was like, nope. I took one look at it, I was like, on a scale of 1 to I don't like this, I don't like this. Yeah, turn him into Mega Man, you know? I also want him to have all of
New subscriber detected.
Dr. Light's special upgrade parts, you know? All those special capsules that basically help him upgrade. Good, Lawrence, you should. Enduring Legacy is the most important weapon you'll ever need. I made the mistake of building a secret garden. I regret it every step of the way. I literally only use it for sharp precision shot and that's it. And even then, the build is not that great, so yeah. Secret Garden has been my sin. A true sin. Fair enough, Arako, fair enough. Yeah, I got him a panda suit when the game dropped, you know? I was like, oh yeah, Lepic's gonna be my main. GG. GG.
No chance.
Oh yeah, the gold immortal dash. Yeah. Definitely. Yeah, you save yourself the catalyst, Ultra Instinct. Nothing wrong with that. I wish I could go back and play, like, somebody needs to remaster Mega Man 1 to 8 for me. I want to play through all of them. Now, in the meantime, ladies and gents, those of you that haven't registered me as your creator, please make sure to do so. Those of you that haven't yet liked and shared the stream, please make sure to do so. Yeah. Nah, you don't need Secret Garden at all. Just max out its unique ability and off you go, man. Off you go. All you need is sharp precision shot, the 2 magazine mods, and fire rate up. That's it. Fire rate up. Fire rate up. At most, you might need 1 catalyst to fit in your sharp precision shot, but that's about it. Literally 4 mods. Off you go. Because you don't actually use it for the damage. You use it for her ult. Well, this is garbage. Tossed. I knew Jonathan would get that one. Ultimate Valby is worth it because she is adorable. She is the cutest character in the game. But is she worth it as a combatant? Yeah, she's alright. She's an eye donut, you know? I'm always sneaking in a movie quote here and there, Jonathan. The Peacemaker, I think, is actually a good weapon, but I haven't had a chance to invest in it yet. I do want to invest in it at some point, because I think the Peacemaker has some serious potential, in my personal opinion. Alright? I believe.
Out of my way.
T-Bird. Lol, that movie. Hey, no problem, Urza. But yeah, Ultimate Valby is just basically like, she can do everything that other Descendants do, but just not as good. Like, she can have a gun build that keeps up with Enzo, but is not as good as Enzo, you know? Because Enzo has unlimited ammo. She doesn't. Then she can make a skill-based build, a farming build that's almost as good as Freyna. But Freyna's still better. So, Valby feels like she's an eye donut. I'm just here farming for gold. Brandon Lee was fantastic in that movie. And I could see how he really inspired Heath Ledger's Joker. But yeah, I'm just farming for gold, bud. I heard about that, Green Blood. That's why I haven't watched it. The next movie on the list for me and Kaz is Terrifier 3. Can't wait for that. We're gonna watch that shenanigans, I tell you. This is Halloween, this is Halloween. Pumpkins scream in the dead of night. This is Halloween, red and black and slimy green. Yeah, I still remember that. Yeah, I remember that scene. Damn, you can remember the quote, Jonathan. That's pretty sick. You know, people say they don't really get ultra precision code breakers. I just got like one and then a precision code breaker. Like, you get so many doing this. Don't get me wrong, pal. Her 4 is good. But like I said, she's just not on the same level as other characters. That's the problem. If she was, I wouldn't mind. But she ain't. She ain't. And that's what's killing me right now. Nice, Logan. I hope you'll enjoy her once you get her. She's fun. Dungeon bosses? Yes. 400% bosses? No. What is the source? I've done it. You got that many, pal? Damn. And still no mod? Fair enough, Jonathan. Fair enough. Nothing wrong with having a Halloween tradition. Halloween traditions are good. Everyone uses it, but what I'm saying is that you won't smoke a dungeon boss that quickly, depending on the type. All right, some of the 400% bosses, for example, the Toxic Abomination, you're barely gonna scratch him with your 4. So pick your 4 targets very carefully. I mean, it's good. I myself have used it. You've seen it on stream. But when I say it needs to kill a boss, it needs to be absolutely 1 mag. No. For some of them, it's not. Unless you use boosted magazine size. Yeah. Hey, if you like it, the one, then by all means. Yeah, 60 is enough with my EL build. I use it mostly as a supplement. I don't rely on it. Because I can kill a boss faster just shooting the Enduring Legacy. Remember that most of the time you're going through a 400% to raise up your weapon proficiency or your Descendant. Well, if you're using Freyna, it's most likely weapon proficiency. So if you're holding Secret Guardian, you're not really benefiting your weapon proficiency. So then there's literally no point in farming the 400. Unless you're just trying to level your friends or something like that, then fair enough, you can put it in your hands. But again, unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? So everybody has their own preference for playing, but for me, if I were to use the Secret Garden or any other weapon, it is literally a waste of space. Because if I'm gonna do it, I need to be doing it efficiently. I am thankful that although the Kyle code was an outpost drop, I happened to have one the other day. Well, yes, you can, but you're also missing out on all the other bits and pieces along the way, which is why I usually just go through the whole dungeon while holding the weapon. And since I'm not holding the Enduring Legacy, since I'm not holding the Secret Garden, I don't bring it along. I just go to the end, pull out the Enduring Legacy, and off I go. Of course, it was built for Deathstalker, so it'll literally survive anything, including a meteor. That is what is designed for, Greenblood, so don't you worry, enjoy it. But I hope you get shot focused soon. I mean, y'all have seen me switch my weapons before the last shot, so duh. Like, literally everybody knows that. But that's exactly what I'm saying, Jirik. You see, with my build, you don't have to miss the kill XP. That's the difference. You can still pull off the same thing at the end, but it's up to you. I don't have to miss the kill XP because I can just hold the weapon the entire way and smoke everything anyway. Hate to break it to you, Temporary, but everybody can do that. Because the shield builds have a lot of survivability, so you'll literally never die. The Haley one is fine as well, but for Haley, like, if I need to do shields, I still prefer my Enzo. Haley's good, but I don't know. I prefer her non-shield builds. Just because I can squeeze out more damage.
No chance.
Yep, supply firearm enhancer is usually the biggest struggle for most people. But once you have that, off you go. There's a massive bonus at the end, Ultra Instinct. There's a massive bonus for firearm XP and Descendant XP at the end of the 400%. So if you switch your weapon right at the end, you can get a massive bonus to that particular weapon. However, like I was saying to Jurek, and like Jurek says as well, you just don't want to miss out on the kill XP along the way. So you can just basically go through with like whatever weapon you want in your hands. Then at the end, you can kill the boss with like Enduring Legacy, but before the operation ends, you just switch your weapon. Make sure you're holding the weapon that you want the XP on at the end. What do you mean, no way? This is literally what I've been doing on streams. I mean, I told you in the past, if you watch my streams, you'll learn more. Didn't I tell you that, Ultra? So, those people who watch me run the 400% would know all this. Because that's exactly what I was doing when I was leveling my weapons. So, when you switching over to me as your only creator, Krillin? I'm still waiting. You'll get it, the one. I hope you will. You'll enjoy it once you get it. I kind of feel bad because I've gotten supply firearm enhancer like 17 times already. So I feel bad for those that haven't. Because every time I had to go and open up the vaults in that area and I kept getting it. I was like, damn, I don't need this anymore. That's fair. But 400% is always easier. I actually find the 400% easier to do than 250, so if I'm gonna level my weapon, I may as well go to 400%. I'm aware it's in the other stuff, but no point. Unless you also need the Amorphous, then in which case, fair enough. But if I'm not doing 400%, I'll just take my bunny. Speed run the whole thing. Congrats, Lady Neo, well done. Yeah, I've gotten it around about that time. This might be a slight exaggeration, but I definitely gotten it at least 10 times. I always had module drop rate on, and I did it with Enzo, obviously. I made sure that I was playing Enzo at the time, and I had module drop rate on, and it worked really well. Thanks, Odd Korean. It's up to you, Tuck. Freyna is more for mobbing, whereas Enzo is more for bossing. So it depends on what you want to do. You can select your activity accordingly. Or rather, you can select which one you want to build in accordance with your chosen activity. It is pretty brutal, but you will feel pretty good once you finally get it. Alright, back to Albion. Alright. Freitua. Now, I adjusted my build for power increase, so I've gone for pretty much maximized cooldowns, but with power increase here, so this one's down to about 35. I could get it lower, but there's no point for me. I'm quite okay with what I have for now. You can get it lower with more cooldown stuff, but no real need, so this is good enough. Now we'll have Enduring Legacy, and here, like, let's just say I want to level up something for the first time. I could put Kingsguard Lance here as level 1. So, what people were talking about is that if you go through it at the end, there's a bonus. And like I said, it works with all infiltrations, but let's just do a 400 because it's fun. Actually, Chapel's fine. We'll go to the Chapel. Okay. Private Operation. Off we go. Now, this is my Contagion version because I prefer it, but you can use Venom Synthesis if you like. Up to you. Nice job, Mr. Chrome Droid. Yeah, we know. I just got mine combining rare purple mods of any kind. I don't care. I have never once used those specific combinations because I find them useless. Now, for those that prefer Venom Synthesis, you'll be able to run through this faster, but it's really up to you. I prefer Contagion just because of how I get to blow stuff up. Oh my god, I can't believe this one has that weird waypoint thing. Sorry, I gotta run back. Much better.
My shield. See you later.
So usually what I do is I'll just hold the weapon I want to level in my hands. Like I say, you don't really need Secret Garden for this. You should be able to get through most stuff as you go. See you later, Milloud. But if you go too fast, sometimes, unfortunately, the stupid marker will show back there. Then you have to go back. I hate that this is one of those that does that. I keep forgetting that this is one of those dungeons that does that. Sorry, I'll go a bit slower. Normally, I like to go fast.
Shield is damaged.
Okay, let's take a nap and wait.
My shield.
Okay, all clear. No, I'm just too fast. Because what I normally do is I throw and go. But unfortunately, if you're too fast or you beat the marker, right, then it won't spawn the next wave. So, you gotta be careful. Now we take a nap. Oh, look. Once the elite enemies spawn, pull out your Enduring Legacy.
Shield is damaged.
Off flare.
Be gone.
Okay, onward we go.
My shield. Shield is down. My shield.
Oh, wait. That's right. What am I doing? Sorry, I have to put this on. I was thinking to myself, why is my damage so low? My bad, guys. I forgot about my reactor optimization condition because I was leveling Frostwatcher last time. My bad, my bad. Okay, now you guys will see the real damage. Okay. Once again, nice big horde area. And we take a nap.
My shield.
Because I saw one of them, I was like, why is this guy taking so long to die? There's no way my build is that weak. Oh, forgot my own optimization condition. Go figure, huh? Okay, is everything dead?
Feel the pain. Damn it.
Apparently not.
Shield is down. Die.
New subscriber detected.
Feel the pain. Damn it.
There we go. Sorry about that. I'll do a more proper run on the next one.
Shield is down.
So like I can get like say Grunka in roughly one phase, but not Claudia, because Claudia has toxic resistance. So this is what I was trying to say earlier. Like yes, of course your number 4 skill is very potent, but just be aware that some bosses won't exactly allow you to do that. That being said, you can just Enduring Legacy Claudia into death, and she won't complain too much. You can just rip her to shreds easy. So most bosses, yeah, absolutely, you can rip them to death if you want. But some of them, like Claudia, they just have way too much toxic resist, so they will stop you. And that's usually what happens to people if they go too ham on stuff. Okay, now let's kill Grunka off. Now, because of his unique position, I do not want to kill him before getting to switch weapons, so I'm going to do exactly that. Finish him off. And then I get a massive bonus at the end. My Kingsguard lance went from level 8 to level 18. So yeah, there you go. Just expect it to be about 10. Normally when I invest anything, it's usually about 10. I don't think they'll ever get rid of the whole multiple copies thing. How do I farm my Kyber? I have a video for it. Just follow the video. Sorry, I had to quickly delete a racist comment. There's a lot of weird people out there on the internet. Anyway, how to farm Kyber. So every video that you need is already on my channel. I would highly suggest, first of all, make sure you watch my entire playlist of videos. Everything you need is in there. Here's the specific link. Well, I can understand that perspective, Finesse, but I don't view the system as bad because I'll be real with you. Although 1 or 2 weapons have been frustrating, almost every single weapon I've been able to get in like roughly 1 session. So, and at most 2 sessions. So I can't really say that it's bad, and I don't mean acquiring the weapon. I mean getting all 5 copies. So I hate to say it, but most of the time it's okay. Now there are some that can be frustrating. but genuinely, most of the time it's okay. Genuinely. So for that reason, I cannot just say that, hey, you know, they should change that, because I can't 100% get behind that. One stream, so about 3 to 4 hours. My morning stream goes from 12:30 to 4 p.m. So 3.5 hours is one session. Let's make this level 100. Yay! Okay, now let's take a look at the base stats. What could this gun do? Oh my god, this gun is garbo! It's a crit gun, isn't it? Okay, and consumes a set amount of ammo upon deployment. The heck am I supposed to roll on this? Oh no, on Bunny Road? Bunny Road is different. I was farming earlier. I'm taking a break now because mentally speaking, I cannot do Bunny Road for that long. But if you actually watch my video on Bunny Road, roughly, assuming you can clear Bunny Road in let's say 45 seconds, you get about 60,000 gold every 45 seconds, which we equate that to about 60,000 per minute, assuming you don't have anybody else to start the mission for you. So 60,000 times 60, you get about 3.6 million per hour, roughly, with no gold booster. If you have gold boosters, it's a lot more. Yeah, I took one look at Fallen Hope and I stopped working on it straight away. I was like, you know what? I don't need it that badly. This gun can go off instead. Two gold rolls, I'll take that. Oh wait, but this doesn't need weak point damage. Ah, darn. Critical hit rate. Oh, this is good enough. These two need to change. Me too, Jin. I think it's gonna be awesome. I shouldn't be burning this much gold, but I shall. Because that's what a hero would do. $10.9. Ew. Come on, gold firearm attack. I'll take 11.7. The weak point damage, I'll just leave it as is, whatever. We can always pray. We can always pray. But anyway, I'm just doing the, just so you guys know, I'm not farming gold in the 400%. I'm doing it for fun. Just toward the end of stream, I'm just chilling. Now, I have to go a bit early today. I'm going to film you guys a YouTube short on Contagion. So that's coming out. And then, yeah, let's go here instead. And then after I'm done with that, I will go ahead and relax for the night. No problem, Mercury. You'll get there. Don't you worry. You'll get there. Just don't think about it too much and you'll have it before you know it. If you think about it too much, that's when you'll suffer.
Feel the pain.
Let the detonations begin. I didn't even cast here, and this is the power of contagion. It just spreads so well. As long as there's something to hit, it'll spread. Excusez-moi, human. Oh, even the elites died. Okay. Cool. Apparently also I'm full on mods. Damn. Oh well, what a shame.
Shield is down. He's gone.
I love how happy those guys sound. They're like, I'm coming for you.
See ya. Ah, my shield.
No. Okay, I tried to pull off a cool trick, but that did not go in my favor. Oh, so that's how it goes. Ah, that's pretty cool.
New subscriber detected.
Okay, now I've learned and understood. So that's how that's supposed to work. I've learned.
To your death. This is your grave. Take this. How was that?
Ah, that's pretty cool. At least now I kind of understand how that thing works. I can just plonk it down and go. Okay. That's cool. So many drops. So much loot. It depends on which kind of build you're running. If you want to, you don't have to, but I do. Like, you can do that if you want to. Like, I had my cooldown. Like, if you need the survival, I use time distribution.
Feel the
You won't get max. You won't get maximum cooldowns,
shield is down.
but you get them pretty good. But going beyond that, it's really your choice at that point. Like here in the boss room, the cooldowns can help because you can basically do this. Like against these bosses, because neither of them are like toxic element type, you can actually end up doing quite well. Damn it, Alzaroki, go away. Okay, this guy's done. Now, let's have some fun. Okay, first Alzarok will go into that. Then burst them all. Swap it over. No! Darn it. Oh, phew. I still managed to capture some proficiency. Oh no, I didn't. Darn. What a shame. I should have gone into it with the Kingsguard Lance. Oh well. Lol, no worries. Okay, I've got way too many mods, so let's head back to Albion. Like I said, normally I go for another half an hour or so. Well, another half an hour to 1 hour, but I actually will be ending very soon once I've cleared my mods. I will go shoot a YouTube short for you guys instead because I need to get this information out there. Okay. Yeah, the Kingsguard land seems interesting. I'm definitely going to work on it at a later time. For now, it's just a little bit extra for me. Flappy Bird. Hey, I see Fisher over there. Goodbye, normal modules. I hardly knew ye. Whoa, so the rares have way too many. Okay. Hold up, hold up. The rares I tend to dismantle a little bit manually because sometimes you just don't want to get rid of too many things, you know? Wow, there is a lot. Yep. As long as you're in the same region as me, you will bump into me, which is good. That's good enough for me. Transcendence. Yeah, that's good enough. I'll leave him alone for now. I have not played Luna, so I cannot give a judgment on her. I have her, but yeah. In general, I usually keep 2 copies, but this will change in future. For now, I'm just being very cautious because I don't want to delete anything too much. And besides, I have more than enough space for the next run, so I'm all good. But usually my rule of thumb is to keep 1 or 2 copies of each unleveled. The actual ones that I'm already using are leveled up and off they go, you know? I mean, I've got nothing to combine for, Dylan. What would I combine for? I own every mod in the game except for Focus Fire, and that one you have to get from a vault. You can't get it by combining, so why should I combine anything? I own everything. So, hence the reason why. Oh, if you feel that's lame, Raymond, I mean, up to you. I've seen some bunnies that can outdo my Freyna. Alright, ladies and gents, thank you very much for joining us today. I am so sorry to end the show early because I am going to go and film my YouTube short for you guys. Look forward to it. It will drop right after the stream. Y'all have a good day. See you guys tomorrow. And if you guys have any questions, just leave a comment on YouTube.